Richmond, Virginia, in a hotel lobby, and you are actually in the normal spot, but I am not.
I was thinking. Sorry, go ahead. Finish your thought.
No, I was just going to say this could be a really interesting show from a technical perspective because I'm completely out of my element.
Yeah, we'll see how this goes. But I was thinking when you told me that we're trying to figure out a time to sync up and record this week, and you said where you were going to be, I started thinking about all the places. I should put a slide together. All the places so far that we have recorded. So we have me in the car in front of the tire place.
Yes.
Yeah. The Big O tires.
Yes, I forgot about that. Yeah.
I think I did one from a hotel room, just like my hotel room traveling. You're now in a hotel lobby.
Yeah.
On hotel Wi-Fi.
On hotel. So this could get a little shady. We'll see how this works. At some point, if my audio, Mashie has to hear me. So recording, everything's local for me because I record on my laptop. But if he can't hear me, the show doesn't work really well. So I might have to drop video at some point. We'll see. And luckily the people are clearing out. It's a little later, gets 10:13, and people are starting to leave. But earlier, the ambient sound was a little tough. Yeah.
You know, the other place that I forgot that we did record. I mean, we of course last year recorded from Augusta.
Yes.
So, which we'll be back there again this year.
Yeah,
so
yeah. And I'm sorry you're seeing OBS now because this is what I do when the show is at home, but I have a separate monitor. I can make sure that our audio is working. I can't do that now. Yeah, so I'm in the lobby, and I guess, and Mashie doesn't know this, but we did pre-show, and I said, geez, this is going to be a death of me here, figuring this out. I went over and I did find a beer.
Okay, good. Well, you were at the hotel bar, the lobby bar. I assume there's a beer there.
I just paid $10 for a can of beer.
I went, and it's not really a golf story, but we'll get there. I took my son this week up to Beaver Creek for a few days. He was off school for a winter break, and so we went up to Beaver Creek to go snowboarding. His first time to snowboard. My first time in forever to be on a snowboard, and I'm not as young as I used to be. And to your point of your $10 beer, on Thursday I broke for lunch at the top of the mountain.
Oh, geez.
And I was in line to pay, and some guy in front of me literally had a small little bag of Lay's potato chips. And it was $7.50 for potato chips, and he got so mad he threw them back into the thing. He's like, I don't want these. He threw them and he ran away. And I'm like, dude, you're on the top of a mountain at a ski slope. What do you expect? My burger is $72. Like, come on.
Yeah. So my $10 beer, which is kind of fun. So I'm in Richmond, Virginia, which is really close to Williamsburg, Virginia. So I of course have a Pocahontas beer.
Hold on, let me go research the local brew in Richmond, Virginia.
Yeah, so what is the brewery? Center of the Universe Brewing Company, and looks like it says Artland, Virginia, Virginia. But yeah, this is probably not PC drink Pocahontas, but whatever. And I'm just opening it. I haven't tasted it yet. So
there we go. Well, as the show goes on, we'll have to see how good it is. Depending on how fast you drink that and order another one. Now, I think what would be epic for the show would be if someone from the wait staff came by and handed you a beer while you were on camera recording. Like, that would be...
Oh, there's no wait staff here. This is a pretty bare bones. I'm sitting in like the breakfast nook area.
Is your laptop on a table or on your lap? Literally on your legs?
Oh, it is on like this little tiny table, and like right to the right of me over here is like the if you have to go and you have to print like an airline ticket, the business with the printer next to it. Yeah. And then over here, a bunch of people sitting in the lobby just hanging out.
Getting sloshed. Somebody's gonna come by and like
Yeah. So what are you drinking tonight?
Nothing fancy. I'm just drinking the same bourbon from the last show. Although I will say we did get paid, and but I did not get a chance to get out and get a new bottle. So I am just drinking it now. I woke up this morning. I don't know if it was the 2 days of snowboarding. I got down the mountain on Thursday night. I worked out on Friday, and then I played. That was yesterday, and then I played 18 with a guy in my league last night. I woke up this morning at 3 a.m. with a back pain that was knives. Like somebody had stuck a knife in my lower back. And I don't know if that was because of, I don't know if the bed was too soft or all of the exercise, the snowboarding and the whatever. But all I know is the bourbon makes it feel better. So it just grabbed a bourbon.
I think we have a name for this show, which should be King of Pain. Because because I'm in pain too, because today's probably the most I've walked on my foot since, because we're down in Richmond. My daughter's here for this field hockey tournament, and we did a official visit to William and Mary College, a place that she's interested in going.
Yep.
And we walked. Thankfully, it's not a big campus, but I probably walked a 1.5 miles.
That's a lot. And how is it throbbing pain, or is it like achy pain, or is it like
and as a matter of fact, I don't think it's my Achilles that hurts. It's both of my feet, because I have been off my feet constantly since November 30th. I haven't really walked much. So the bottoms of my feet almost feel bruised right now. The good thing is
you almost forgot how to walk.
Yes, my Achilles doesn't hurt. It's just my feet hurt from not walking at all. So,
yeah, I hear you. Well, welcome back to the Upright.
Yes, I'm Homo sapien sapien.
Yeah, Homo sapien.
Welcome back.
And listen, we had a on one hand, I want to say stop releasing courses.
Oh my gosh!
Of course, right? I don't want them to stop releasing courses. Wow, it was a crazy week.
I kind of remember this last year. Last year at this time, we were a couple months into the show, and it was crazy busy. And I remember you and I thinking, can we maintain this show? And then it slowed down over the summer. But this is a new record, I think. Right?
This is busier than this time last year. I think
absolutely. Yes. Yep. But last year, I don't think we ever had 20-something courses in a single week. We might have had 20-something on a show, but that was over maybe a couple weeks, right?
Yes. I think we had a 2-week span.
Yeah.
And we had 20 total, 12 and 12 or 10 and something like that.
Yeah. So, new courses. Here we go, guys. Courses. So, and I don't know what order I ended up putting these in at all.
And just so everybody knows, this deck and this show is kind of a mix. You grabbed half, I grabbed half. I was gone for part of the week. You were gone for the back half of the week, and so there's a lot of divide and conquer this week. Although we did come back together to look at all the MPOWs.
Yeah, and you guys are gonna have to deal with my taskbar at the bottom, because it's not disappearing for me for some reason.
That's all right.
Yeah, whatever. So the first sheet here, and this whole show is just going to be us talking about new courses, because it's going to take forever. I think there were 23, I think, was the official count.
Was it 23 or 27? Something like that, yeah.
Yeah, well, okay, so first
we'll count. We'll count.
All right. So we got Southborough Golf Club by the Golf Boy, who is, I think officially the Golf Boy is the New England builder. Right. He's
been busy lately. I think he's had 6 or 7 courses out in the last couple of weeks.
I think he's consistently had at least 2 the past several weeks. Yeah. And I will say that he has turned a stone as far as his ability goes. He is
100%.
Something has clicked for him, because his colors are coming together. His grasses are looking good. So, so things are looking up for the Golf Boy. So
love the progress you're showing, Golf Boy. Love your colors. I couldn't agree more. Your colors, your eye is really, I don't know. I know you had mentioned about getting an external monitor versus using and maybe getting a little different view.
Yeah, that could be. Yeah. Yep. Or maybe he turned 15.
Hey now.
I don't know. He's matured, right? We got Belfry Golf Club. So this is a very famous course. I think a lot of people have been kind of waiting for, by Pob 16 in Warwickshire, right?
I'm actually surprised it took this long for Belfry to come out. I don't think the LiDAR is new. I think it's just Pob got around to doing it.
Yep. Landa Park Golf Course in Texas. Yeah, by Mr. J. Pruitt.
Growing up as a kid, I used to go tubing in New Braunfels on the river down there.
Yeah. Oh, really? So you're familiar with the?
Oh yeah. Know New Braunfels really, really well.
And we have Alpine Valley, Elkhorn, Wisconsin, by Carl's Place. So Carl's Place, they've done a few. Now I'm curious, is this an employee at Carl's Place, or what makes them decide to build a course? Interesting, right?
I mean, I want to know how they get the whole place to build a course. Is it a team effort? Is it? I mean,
and by the way,
build the course.
When I was building my simulator, I think I got a lot of stuff from them, and they have some good articles on building golf courses. I know I got my impact screen from them. I think at the time.
Yeah, I assume it's the same Carl's Place. It's the same.
It's gotta be. I mean, yeah.
Can't be some random dude named Carl who just lives at Carl's Place.
It's right from his neighbor. Hey, there's Carl's Place. He's got a simulator in his basement, right? So the next four. That's four. The next four, we have Cape JC Municipal Golf Club in Missouri by Steve Mack. I've heard he was really upset when he learned he had to design in Windows, by the way.
I'm renaming him Mac and Cheese.
Yes.
Because I see Steve Mack and all I can think of is different forms of mac and cheese. So
I renamed him Steve Windows.
Steve Windows. And now he's upset. Now you just pissed him off. When I said Steve Mack, he Mac and Cheese, he kind of chuckled. And you had to bring Windows into his Mac life, and he's unhappy now.
Yeah. And we have Central Park North, Central Park South. We had Run, Putt, Run, and R. Dyer. Yeah, nothing special there.
Nothing special about the Central Park courses. Nothing
at all. Yeah. No one's really heard of them anyway. Nope. And then the one I can't say at all, even if I read it, which is Club de Golf Rive Sud. I don't know.
Rive Sud, right?
Yeah, that's got to be French for something, I would assume, right?
Yeah, I would think so. I mean,
especially
Saint Bastille,
Oh Bastille?
My God, forget it. Yeah. Bastille, Grand Quebec, Canada.
Sure. All right, I'll take your word for that. By Sheeve. Yeah,
Sheeve is literally cursing. He heard us butcher the name of the course and the name of the town, and he is like, these idiots, these damn idiots.
And every time I see the name Sheeve, I think of Shiv, which is
Shiv.
She gets stabbed by in prison, right?
So it's either that or it's one of the best shows ever that Shiv was the main character on. Oh my God, what was that?
Oh, the HBO show, right?
The HBO show. I'll think of it in a second.
So, against an S, I think. Okay. Oh, let's move on. Let someone let us know, right? We got Gojo Holo, who has come back with a couple courses. He's been absent for a while, hasn't he?
Succession.
There you go. Thank you very much. Yes.
Thank you. Sorry. Yes. Okay. Sorry. Go Holo. He hasn't been around in a while. I mean, I haven't seen him in a bunch lately.
Yeah, he's really involved with SGT, I think. Okay. There's a lot of stuff for there. So here's the next 12, our next 4. So now we're up to 12. So Dale Hill.
Is he a UK guy?
Yes.
Gojo Holo. He's a UK guy, right?
Yes. Yeah. 100% UK guy. Yep. So we got Dale. Obviously, these are the same facility. Dale Hill Old Course, Dale Hill Woosnam Course.
Yeah, Woosnam. What's the golfer? Ian Woosnam or what's the Woosnam?
Okay. All right, that makes sense.
Yeah, it's Ian Woosnam.
We have Mansfield National Golf Club in Mansfield, Texas.
I don't know where there's Mansfield Dam outside of Austin.
Yeah, there's also Mansfield, Pennsylvania, which is north of where I grew up, but I think this is different from that. Serenity Falls. When you say Serenity Falls, what do you think? Do you think Seinfeld?
No, I actually wasn't thinking that. I was thinking Serenity, the movie from the Firefox movie, the Firefly television show made the movie Serenity is what I think of when I say it, but that's just me.
I think of George Costanza's dad, Serenity now.
Oh, yeah. That's a good one, too.
So now we're up to, this page brings us up to 16, right? Yep. Stonebridge. by Paul M in Canada. Then we got DPC Louisiana. So
Yeah.
and for everyone that's the builders have kind of unofficially decided that any TPC courses will be called DPC.
I rebuilt TPC Colorado to be DPC, but I have not released it at that yet. It's still hiding away as the golf something course of Colorado or something. I don't know. I got to change it.
Yep. Then we got Gateway Hills Golf Course, another golf boy down in Texas.
Yeah, Texas has got a lot of courses this week. I just realized that. Like, this is the third course from Texas, I think.
Yeah, for sure. Terry Pines in Alabama. Now, do you think that when they did that, there was a kind of a homage or kind of making fun of Torrey Pines?
Oh, maybe. I was thinking somebody in Alabama had a wife named Terry that he pissed off really, really badly and decided to build a golf course and name it after her to get back in her good graces. But I bet it's a play on Torrey Pines.
Okay, all right.
I think I'm probably wrong.
And then so then this page brings us up to 20.
20.
So we got
23.
Butler Pitch and Putt by Jay Rockaway. And
Austin,
another Texas course, yeah. Now you played this one, right?
Yeah, I grew up in Austin, and so Butler Pitch and Putt is like, it's been there for I think 1,500 years. I think it was there when there were dinosaurs, and it's awesome. And it is. I will tell you. I will talk about it. We'll talk about it a little bit later on. But it's.
I tell you what Jay Rockaway has done with these pitch and putts. There's one near me called Beaver Bend that I am thinking about doing now because I love these so much. So
you've got to make it an adult only pitch and putt though, with something called Beaver Bend. You just have
I'm going to call it Beaver Bend over.
Exactly. You've got to make it a full blown, like, I don't want a pitch and putt for kids. Okay, I want
the funny thing is there's a strip club down the street called Savannah's. I could probably work that into it somehow.
You should probably go down to Savannah's and see if they'll pay you to do it with their logo in it. You can actually take pictures of their employees and then put them throughout the Beaver Bend pitch and putt.
Yeah, totally. Yes, I'm doing it. All right, it's next on my list.
I see your next course in your future. You know, now that Kapalua is done.
Yes. Which Beaver Bend is right next to Hickory Stick, right?
You bend over and get beaten with a hickory stick.
Exactly. Oh, so that's by Indy Scott in Indiana.
I think we found the title for the show.
Oh gosh. Okay, let's get us back on the rails.
Sorry, we're not even on the first MPOW.
Right. Oh gosh. Yeah, and I have a doozy for later on in the show.
Okay.
So all right, here we go. And we got Mississauga, right? Golf and country.
Mississauga, I think, so golf and country. I think that sounds right. And again, another Canadian in Mithunt.
Mithunt. Mount Hunt.
Was Mithunt is at the Beaver Bend over, but
Jesus.
I don't know,
Oh,
he is so mad at us because we butchered the name of that course too. God, I gotta start talking to these designers and then like asking them, how do I pronounce? Give me the phonetic.
Well, there's no Swedish courses this week, thank God, right?
I need a lesson from that one.
Yeah. Nakawick Golf and Country Club. Nakawick, by JG and Pac-Man.
Yep. I see them advertising a lot on Facebook.
Oh yeah, for sure. And then we got Pinecrest. So there's 23. So Golf Boy, another one. So 3 this week for Golf Boy. I think IP Freely. This is his first release finally. Like,
maybe.
He was lurking around forever inside of Discord, and I think finally got his course out. So Tacoma Valley Golf and Country Club in Yelm, Washington.
Yeah, it's his first course. Congrats, Red and Blue, IPv6 Freely.
Good job. And then Lake Bluff Prairie Club in Lake Bluff, Illinois by Emergency 9 Golf.
And he's got 2 courses out, so he did Glen Flora as well.
Yes. Cool. So, Steve, cue the explosions.
Cue explosions. Pow.
So let's play
All right,
for the
you're
week.
going to take the first couple, and I'll take the last couple.
Yes, and I did these a couple days ago, so hopefully I can remember even what I did here. Okay. So I
Oh,
think, yeah, we both kind of contributed. Well, Central Park
yeah.
North, Central Park South. We had these guys on the show last week, and obviously, or these are amazing.
I mean, these are Eagle. These are if we were, in my opinion, if we were just going to grant Eagle level or Ace level courses.
Yeah.
I know we don't do Gauntlet anymore, but these
Yes.
two are Ace. These are Ace level quality courses.
Absolutely, yeah, just unique and well done, memorable. And when you have, when people come over and you say, "Oh, show me your coolest course," people are gonna love one of these, right?
Yeah.
New York.
And we did not capture a ton of screenshots for either of them, just because we've covered on a whole. We did a half of our episode 2 weeks ago with these guys, but we did recapture a couple screenshots to show. I mean, just in case people didn't see the episode, like what you're missing if you don't go play these courses. They are fan freaking tastic.
Yeah. So these guys did an amazing job with these T markers, which were just, capture the mood of the course. Central Park, CP on the T markers. And then
Such a great hole.
And then Run Putt Run just did a really good job of just designing a fun and unique and challenging course at the same time as well. So he's got the island green here, a huge bridge going out west, lots of fun. And the way he he did the tee box here was just like, instead of just making it straight and shorter, he curved it over a little bit, make it a little bit not just short, but a little bit more challenging for the shorter holes because the approach.
So the only thing I want to add is I think the amount of skill and talent required to carve a golf course out of no existing terrain, right? There's nothing there. He's out of this is completely fictitious. Is hard. I've been trying. I'm working on my own, and you don't know this, but I'll share with you at some point. But I've been working on my own kind of fantasy course.
It was so much fun. They're a lot of work, but they're so much fun.
Yeah, and I've been trying to essentially create a golf course in a place that there's no way you can ever have a golf course ever. And trying to carve the course into nothing, right? And then make it a realistic hole. Make it something that looked like it was designed by a course architect, and it's not some silly goofy golf thing.
Yeah.
I think it's easy to sit back and be like, yeah, you just go to Unity and you can carve out some terrain. It's not easy. It is extremely difficult to do that level of work and have this level quality. So Run, man, hats off to him. The course itself is really well done, and it's super hard to do that.
Yeah, and like kind of related to that, there was this discussion this week. There is this bill in Congress which would give golf course designers and golf courses intellectual property on the design of their courses, which would then make it you could do takedown notices. Right now, GS Pro gets takedown notices based on trademarks and names on golf courses.
Right.
But there's nothing stopping the quote unquote Augusta from appearing as Georgia Golf Club. But this could potentially stop that. So it might be a situation where we're all doing fantasy courses not too far in the future.
Well, I mean, we should actually, we should have a whole separate at some point discussion on that, and it'd be fun to actually bring some folks on and actually do like a forum on that topic, get people's opinions on it. Because if it goes through and it passes, we could only have fictitious courses unless GS Pro goes out and starts signing contracts with these clubs, which I don't think that'll happen.
Yeah, so it makes you wonder, does that mean they have to take down all courses, or just we can get takedown notices? Because like my Deer Valley in Hummelstown, Pennsylvania, the first course, I can't imagine them ever having an issue with that. But who knows?
I think it would be reactive is my guess.
Yes.
My guess it would be they would wait until somebody actually said. It would just give courses power to say, I don't want my course up there. Which I'm frankly a little surprised at how often we hear that people don't want their course up there. I think they think we're making a shit ton of money off of it, and they want a piece of the money.
Yes. I think they look, yes, you're right.
Yeah, is my guess. But I mean, anyway, sorry.
So then we have South as well. Now we didn't talk at South as much on the show with those guys last week,
Yep.
but the best thing about South is guess what? You get 18 more holes of this course.
I know, and it's a tighter course. South is a little tighter, and I felt like there was a little more obstacles in the course. Like there was some more in the fairway. You've got to hit you bite in your landing area. There are more traps in your landing area or some rocks strategically placed than in the north. And the South course takes you through some more of the touristy things like the zoo and the Met and things like that you don't see on the North course.
And then this was the hole with the amphitheater back in it or something.
Yes. Yep. Yep. And so I grabbed the picture of this. The tee is actually, you can see it off to the left over there. It's a par 3 over the water to the left. But right off to the right, I turned about 45 degrees. You can see the fountain and then the amphitheater off in the back. And the is it and that yeah. So it's just so good. It's just so well done.
Man, it's fun. It is a lot of fun.
It's a fun course. I have these two. I don't keep a lot of courses downloaded in my GS Pro and my sim. Like I keep my courses downloaded, just so I can always fix them and that kind of stuff. But I have about 5 or 6 of my go-to Georgia Golf Club I always have that one downloaded. You'll laugh. Glacier Gulch I love that course. Like that's I love that one. And these two are in my. They're always down. They're downloaded and are in my sim, always ready to play at a button's notice.
Yep. This one will probably stay on my computer as well.
Yep. Great job, guys.
Yeah. Good job. And then Run Putt Run gets a double header this week, right?
Yeah, man. He's 1-1.
And by double header, I mean 2M pals. Okay. None of this Beaver Bend stuff. Okay.
It's Beaver Bend over.
Oh yeah, right. So Serenity Falls. So this is another fictitious course, and is Run Putt Run becoming like the fictitious golf? Because he has a lot of those in his. I would say they're more like his low poly course, like makeup courses. I think this is his thing.
Maybe. I mean, he seems to enjoy it, which is great, and he's really good at it. I mean, he's good at all designs, but he's really good at the fictitious ones. And And listen, I think we have an ongoing debate in my league, my local league here. And I won't say the name of the course because it doesn't matter. The course is fantastic, but we played a fictitious course in our league this week, okay? And the general consensus was the course was pretty cool, but a lot of times the greens were the greens are very unrealistic.
Yes.
And it's really, really hard to take a fictitious course and make greens that are either completely flat or they're so undulated that they're not real. And Run does a great job at it. His courses play like real. His fictitious courses play just like he had LiDAR data. It's great.
But I would say that CE Sim Golf's education of how to manipulate things in Blender might help with that, because I think you can make greens, you can manipulate them much more precisely now.
100%. I think a lot of folks are using Unity terrain and then trying to do it that way, and I think it's not.
That's painful. Enough. It's painful.
Yeah. So sorry, I digress. Great job, Run.
Yeah. So we put this at a decent altitude. That's okay. So be aware of that when you play. The course is fun. So first thing is he put these and it makes sense. He put these waterfalls everywhere. And of course, in the first tee box, you see one way down in the distance. Yeah. But he does a good job of, this one's really fun. And, Run Putt Run, we always make fun of him because he doesn't like narrow courses or tree-lined courses. So, this one is really cool because the fairway just opens up really wide, gives you lots of room. Here's a picture of the waterfalls. If I do have a critique, it's like slow the water down a little bit. It's rolling off of there really fast, but honestly, the whole thing it's pretty minor compared to everything else we're seeing on here. It's just really fun. Really done job playing the course. And these mountains are what I like about his background mountains. So the coloring there is really kind of cool. It looks like a little mysterious. And it's just it makes you wonder if it's real or not. And it kind of almost like these diamond mountains, almost frozen landscape, icy mountains. Pretty cool. This hole, so he had like, it's not an island green, but it's almost an island green. Yeah, with the bridge coming out to it. So that was really fun. And then this hole is my favorite. It is like a double waterfall hole, and I felt like after seeing this, I'm like, oh my gosh, I had a missed opportunity at Glacier Golf when I built that course, because I put waterfalls everywhere, but you don't ever hit over them. He said,
right,
no.
but who? It's brilliant. Like who hasn't always wanted to hit over a waterfall?
All right, because and did you notice also? I don't think he has any cart paths on this. Are there any cart paths on this course?
Yeah, I think there's one. I think there's a cart path.
Oh, I
Is
see
there a
one
cart
right
path
there.
right
Yeah, I
there?
see one right
right
there. Yeah. I was
Yeah.
just thinking for a second, I was like, oh, brilliant. If it's fictitious course, who needs cart paths? Right?
I'm fair. Yeah. I mean, I'm with you on that.
But this is cool. So let me bring up the mini map here. So you tee off, and then you kind of have to. So that's 246. I guess if you are a 300-yard driver, you might
could try to carry it all the way down.
You might be able to reach it. I cannot. I would not be able to. But then, like, so you tee off, and then your next shot is down, and you could again, if you really could hit it far, make it two. But it's just fun, to get over the waterfalls and watch your ball. And then, unfortunately, most people don't turn around and look back up because they don't know how to F5 or turn around. But it looks really cool from the bottom too. So cool hole.
Yep. And great clubhouse.
Yeah, it's pretty bad. And then he has these crazy waterfalls behind it.
Crazy waterfalls behind it. Yeah, and then a giant flag right there. It was just really well done.
Yeah, fun course. Well done. Good imagination. I hope you do some more. I hope after New York, well, Central Park, and this, you give us some more fictitious stuff, because this stuff's pretty cool.
Yep, great job, Ron. Love it.
Yep, good. Thank you. And then we got Belfry.
Belfry.
So a very historic course here, obviously. Congratulations, Pop. I don't know. I feel like he has an MPAL already. Not sure. So tee box number 1. First thing I thought here. So this is the first time I think I've seen almost like I don't want to say a 3D, but a hollow tee box. This is cool. You get put like a bell in the middle of it.
And it's really cool.
And so if you turn it sideways, you can kind of see how you can kind of almost like look through it and see the bell inside.
I would have loved to seen a wind shader on the bell part, and so it jingles a little bit inside there.
I mean, technically, you could even do like an audio listener so that when you get this close, you hear it, right?
Yeah. I mean, with the Taco Bell day, like ding,
like a big gong bell, like it's 1,000 pounds, not like this little thing you can. So then this was the T marker on the first box, and I'm thinking to myself when I saw this, I was like, oh, it's huge, it's too big, it's gaudy. I hope he doesn't put this in every hole. And he didn't, which is good, because so he put is this where like the British Open? Just like what are these dates down here?
Not British Open, Ryder Cup. That's right there. Ryder Cup.
Yes,
right there.
That's what I was thinking.
Yeah, it's a very, very famous. I think they rotate. I could be wrong on this, but I think when the Ryder Cup is in the UK, I think it rotates amongst 4 courses. I think there's 4 courses that it goes through. The Belfry is one of them.
Okay, but then why was it there in 85 and 89? I don't know.
And 93. I'm not a good Ryder Cup historian, but
okay.
But if you look at 89 to 93, then 93 to 2002, that sounds about right. So maybe they put the rotation in after.
But then it hasn't been there since?
I guess. Yeah, that's a while.
Anyway, but he did not put these on the other holes. So
yeah, just the plaque, just the black plaque. Yeah.
Yeah. But he did an amazing job here. The grasses look really good. Bunkers look good. Lips on the bunkers.
That's a serious lip on the bunker there. I love it. The water reflection look at that water reflection right there with just the grasses with the little lip with the blend and then the little ripple and the water going right in front there. It was really well done.
Yeah. Now, I snuck up. Well, I didn't sneak up. As I was sitting here looking at the screenshot, I looked at this like beautifully clear water, and I was like, that water. I looked down in there. It looks a little funky. Well, that's because it's like 12 foot deep, that little stream.
Did he use the old leveling, the lowering script to lower underneath the ram lines?
Yeah, or he just did a really deep ram profile. I don't know. But
my deep lip in the maybe in the blender tools, he did a really deep lip.
My point is here is do not try to jump over that, because if you don't make it, you're gonna fall into an abyss.
Yeah. You think you're stepping over a 3-foot creek, and it's actually a 72-foot deep pool.
Yeah. It's a abyss in there. Which who cares? We just try to have some fun here.
That's awesome.
His outer sat shader, he got really fortunate here of just having a great crystal sat shader, because like you see these farm fields out there which just look so realistic. There's another shot of these fields. They look so good. And then this is what's really brilliant. It's like he just planted a few trees out there to give it a little bit more of a punch. So, nice job.
Yep, looks great. Big whipping willow trees, great bulkheads. Love the bridge over it. I mean, that bridge is a common bridge. I've used it as well. It's a great bridge, though. I love it. I think CE Sim gave us that bridge.
Yeah. Good job on the trees here. I don't know if they need to flatten the air a little bit. I think this was actually a spot, though, where most people don't see, so he might have just kind of let that go. I'm flying around, enjoying things. And I love, this was off I don't know, I can't remember what hole this was, but I kind of looked over in this direction. I was like, oh my gosh, the reflection is absolutely spot on, perfect.
Spot on. He nailed the reflection.
I mean, look,
couldn't be any better.
You can see the trunks even lined up here. Now, I'm sure from other spots it doesn't, but the point being is he picked the most common spot here from, the tips of the tee boxes where you're going to be able to see across there. And I'm assuming he adjusted the reflection probe to make sure that it fits really well, but he did a great job.
Yeah. Yep. Love it.
And I also you guys know, I'm not a fan of like light colored cart paths. and trust me, it's not that I say don't use them. It's just I don't like them. But he at least went back and did a slight sat shader on it to give it a little bit of depth and texture to it.
Yep.
So you can see how it looks like there's some wheel marks in here, which to me helps tremendously with that. So nice job. And the driving range is pretty cool. And these, I think, was that those are the Rockaway nets, right? That you shared.
Yeah, so, with the sagging, and they're so good though. I think love those nets, and the driving range was really good.
Yeah, and I think he had the ball guy driving around with their
he did.
Cart. Yeah, and just really good job there. So congratulations, good job on Belfry. Job. Thank you for taking a classic course like that and doing such a great job on it. So let's move to Southborough Golf Club.
Another MPOW for the boy. This is 2 in 2 weeks. 3 in 2 weeks.
Is it
3 in 3 weeks?
3 in 3 weeks? Is he going for the Triple Crown here?
He might be. This might be 3. I don't remember. Might be. I know it's at least. I know he got one last week. Question is, did he get one the week before? I can't
remember. Yeah,
I don't remember either.
So not a terribly long course. Not a lot of tee boxes on there, but. Nope. A well-done course nonetheless.
Yep.
So this is number 1 tee. Now, if I had a critique, and honestly, maybe in real life that house is this bare, I would have put a shrub or two behind it, maybe a little landscaping, but no big deal. I don't know where he got the house from. It looks really good. It's got some good textures on it. So from that perspective,
I think that's the base pack house. I think that's the standard. And those houses, by the way, are just fine. There's nothing wrong with those houses, but I agree wholeheartedly. It needs a shrub or two just around it, just to kind of a little bit of hiding around that house, and they look even better.
Yes.
Thank you for changing the T markers out to something other than the standard GS Pro, and again, it's easy to do, and it looks much better personally.
And I want to see some Golf Boy tees. Come on.
I do. I want to see some Golf Boy tees.
Yeah. Uh, good job on the grasses. I think you also did an amazing job of, to me in this course, matching your underlying texture with
Yep.
like the darkness of your grasses as well. So as you're zooming in and out, things are very cohesive, I should say. And then I like these little tufts. I Is that really, really long 3DG, or is that
I
like
think those are just 2G tufts that are just
you do?
manually planted in there, is my
Okay.
guess.
Okay. I didn't know if you like
Now,
Vertex painted like really long 3DG. Like these are a little longer here. I don't know if you took it like a step further with those. It's hard to tell, but
yeah, I don't know. Now, I do think there are two. I think he's using a dual texture, a dual
absolutely.
blade 3DG with two different heights, so he's getting that, and maybe he's doing a third as well, and you painted out. Probably easier just to drop some 2D manually planted in there.
Yeah.
What I really, really like about this scene is I thought he did a really nice job of varying the colors of the trunks, but making them all realistic looking. None of them
Yes.
look strangely odd colors or not overly dark or overly bright, or you know what I mean? They look
Yes.
natural,
Because I
but they don't
remember
all look the same.
absolutely. Because in some of his past courses, his trunks were way too bright. But
Yep.
you can see like the shadows off of this tree are great. Actually, I really like this tree. I'm not sure where he
I
got
do
that
too.
from.
I really like that tree, and I love that color of that trunk, and the shadows play off of it really well.
Yeah. That could just be perfect placement. You got the order. Yeah, really good. And then like really good job on Sat Shaker in the fairway. I Sometimes people go for the dry look and they don't pull it off really well, but he did a good job here, I think. And overall, the course looked more like a dried out course, and he tied everything together really nicely. And he had like these, you can see in the distance out here, he had these like mounds. Those
Yep.
looked really well. Um, nice job.
Yep.
And I'd like to think he took our advice like a couple weeks ago on one of his M pals. We said, hey, your grasses look really good, but take a cue from Pac-Man, which is just once in a while throw in like something a little bit random, either something that's a higher height, something that's a little bit different, like a weed or a large
Yep.
bush or something. And it looks like he did it here because he got like these dried out large grasses and a
Great.
couple of these. I don't know if they're flowers or something, but it breaks it up, and to me, it looks pretty damn good.
It's great. It looks really good. I again, if you zoom out and just look at the overall hue of everything, it all goes together well. Nothing stands out as like, oh my God, what's going on over there? And that's a sign of a really great eye.
Yeah, nice job. I'm seeing a lot more of this from him recently. So congratulations,
Yep.
golf boy. Well done. And then we got Mr. Jay
Landa
Pruitt.
Parks. Yeah,
Yeah,
Jay Pruitt.
congratulations. Another Texas course.
New
Um,
Braunfels.
so I think you captured
Yep.
some of these, right?
Yep, I grabbed these, and we mixed on some of these. You grabbed some, and I grabbed some. So overall, really great first tee shot. Again, colors. We've talked colors a lot on the show. Colors look great on here, and you can kind of see off to the left. I mean, you're right. You're near the clubhouse. You got the carts. You got the pine straw. It's just a really good looking overview. I think I forgot to get pictures of the custom tees. But there are custom tees in the
Is
course. I
he
think I just
missing
forgot what I was.
like? There's like no T's on this box here.
Yeah, but I've seen that though. I've actually done courses before where it just depends on the yardages, and
Sure.
sometimes, and by the way, sometimes you need that for combo tees. And if you
Right.
don't put the combo tee in because we don't have enough or something, so I've seen
Yeah.
that before. I've actually put a box in there, didn't use it before, and there's an empty one in front of you. So I just
Yeah.
figured that's what it was. It was the yardages.
Yeah. Yeah. Dear.
The deer. Oh dear.
Oh dear.
That's a dad joke. Oh dear.
Well, I mean, everybody's now going to say, "Oh, did you see the deer on Landa Park?" It's like gray wolf, right?
Yeah, it's like Gray Wolf.
There was still another discussion. I didn't capture it, and because post of the week there was people still talking about the wolves on gray
Yeah,
wolf.
yeah.
That have you
I,
seen
I
them?
know.
Have you seen them? And I had to bite my tongue. I was wanting to go in and say, you could just F5 and go up and
And
stand on the green and see them anytime you want. or go to the
Now,
zoo.
I don't know, like I grew up in Central Texas and I know there's deer out there, like,
They're not that big
and
though, right?
I don't know if there's any 12-point bucks running around New
Yes.
Braunfels, but and by the way, New Braunfels is not too far from Elgin, which is like the barbecue king place of Texas. And I think if there's any 12-point bucks running around, they're probably made into sausage.
Yeah. And if there were, they're not hanging out together because bucks do not like
Correct.
they do not keep company with each other. They hang out with the doe, right?
Hey, I haven't lived there in a long time. I could be way wrong. Maybe they
Hey,
repopulated all the big bucks.
hey, and trust me, if bucks want to hang out and do their thing together, we can't say there's anything wrong with that, right?
As long as the bucks are hanging out at the beaver den.
Yes.
Oh, I thought this was I thought the bulkheads were really unique looking. I hadn't seen those kind of solid concrete.
Yeah.
I've seen them in real life, a lot, but I hadn't seen them in GS Pro a lot. I thought they were done really, really well, and it gave this. I think this is hole two. This is the approach shot on hole two. And I just really thought the mix of the bridge and then the bulkheads, it looked really good. I will say, in just one note, if you go forward one slide. You might want to vert paint out the grass, and I know exactly you use the blend to build the bulkhead. I get it, no problem. I've done it before, but your grass is cutting halfway through that bulkhead, so you may want to vert paint that out or raise that bulkhead up,
Yeah.
0.1 or 0.2 just to get the grass hidden.
Yep. Grasses here look good.
I thought the reflection looked great. I thought the water looked great. I thought and this is another good mix of I think there's like 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm counting like 5 different grasses, right? And there's probably 4 different heights. I like it. I mean, it looks really good.
Yeah. See, there was a course this week that we didn't unpal, and one of the things I had seen was the grasses were all the same height,
Yep.
which just didn't give it the natural look. Like here, I just love the variation. So I would say to any of the new designers out there, don't be afraid to change not only the height of your grasses. I know a lot of you can't use VS Pro, which is a challenge. But,
Yeah.
but vary the height as well as much as possible.
There was also a course, by the way, we didn't empower since we're talking about grasses that we felt they actually did too much.
Yes.
They put too many things in there, and it didn't look real. It looked almost like kitchen sink. They throw everything into it.
Yeah.
So again, it's a balance. It's a balance of the right number of grasses combined with the right types of grasses, combined with the right heights of grasses, combined with the right colors of grasses. If you mix those 4 and you find the right balance, you get something beautiful like this. If those balances are off, then it'll start to look a little funky, and you'll get it. Your eye will tune to it the more you do it.
Yeah, and I think the key thing here is you look at Golf Boy's course that we went over. He was going for the dry look, so his mesh, his textures were on the dry side. The majority of his grasses were on the dry side, but they don't all have to be. But the majority should be. It's okay to yes, you do need some greens in there. Okay, you need some, yes, you do need the yellows for the dry stuff, but you can't have too much, and you can't vary it too much either.
Right.
It
looked really good.
Yeah, I thought this is great because my last name's Rost, so I was kind of curious, was this a sign that's just there in real life and he had to capture it, or maybe this was the guy that he did the course for.
The guy said, the course. Yeah, maybe commissioned it.
Put my company name in there, so that was cool. And
I grabbed this. This was just back at the clubhouse. I thought the clubhouse looked great. I loved all the carts. I loved the view of it. Again, not even a critique, but just a little fun. In my eye, I see a fire pit somewhere on that concrete slab.
Well,
the way the chairs are set up, should be.
Was it your course last week that had the fire pit?
Yeah, I put the fire pit with the actual particle fire in it.
Yes.
And you couldn't even see it from the course. I don't know why I spent so much time doing it, but it was there.
Hey, it's there, and that's all that matters, right?
Yeah, exactly. Yep. Really great job.
Yeah,
Love that course.
Nice job on that one, Jay Pruitt. Thank you again for building us a wonderful course. Appreciate it.
Yep.
And then Jay Rockaway
Jay Rockaway.
with
Man, you did yourself on this one.
this is. I was chatting with him the other day, and I said, "Hey, thanks for building these because with me and my Achilles right now, I can barely hit the ball 60 yards, so I can finally play a course, a new one." Um, and then I'm actually going to play this. I think the guys we're in our playoffs for indoor sim golf, and I think we're the guys who have been eliminated. I think we're going to load this up because we have like 8 guys eliminated. And we all want to play still,
Yeah.
but a little pitch and putt like this, you can blow through it pretty quick. So.
Now, listen, I have history with this course. I grew up in Austin, and I grew up going to this course. Love this course, but I will tell you, my first not impression of this, but like when I saw it, when I was like, oh, the Butler pitch and putt. This is a piece of shit hole. This is a shit hole course, right? I'm like, there's no way I'm going to empower this because this course in real life is such a dump that, but it's a dump, but it's uniquely Austin. There's live music. There's a burger food cart. Like it is so.
And
Austin.
this is more where the most recent like Tito's challenge took place.
Right. Took place, yeah. And so on one hand, it's like it's a big dumpy little pitch and putt course in downtown Austin or just south of downtown Austin. On the other hand, it's so unique and cool and hip that and then Jay Rockaway just as soon as I loaded it up, I was like, holy crap. So let's get into it.
And no matter what, if you go to a place where it says no shoes, no tee times, no problem. That's
all good. Swing easy. So I did not, by the way, the longest hole I think is 97 yards. I did not get a lot of pictures of the course because this is the course. This is what you see. There's
that's also the beauty about, and this is why he's so smart, which is, hey, if you're going to do all this work with this blender stuff, do it on a short course where you can see it all. Right?
Oh, and you see on every single hole. It's not like one or two pieces here.
Right.
Now, I will say one thing that I found really interesting is you forget sometimes on a pitch and putt course that you're like pitching and putting. And so like there was a couple times that I hit a shot and I was like, oh yeah. And like I flew to the green behind this one. And this is a GS Pro thing, okay? So I was on a different green, not the one that's 59 yards. Not realizing that it had changed me to a putter because I was on a green.
Oh, right.
So then
right.
I pitched it again, but it was a putt and blah,
right.
blah, blah. So you just keep in mind, if you hit it a little long, you have to go in and make sure you're on a pitcher, not a putter and that kind of stuff. So anyway, so what I did was the tee is there. I backed straight up. I literally walked back like 100 feet. Okay. And you can immediately see the detail and the accuracy is uncanny to what this place is. Matter of fact, this is nicer. Like I had to say, like this actually looks almost too nice, but I just came back 100 yards and the picnic tables, they're all worn, the dirt area that people have been walking on forever. And then to show the quality of the work he put into the blender work, which really makes this unique, is you can see on the tee, it's an elevated tee with a metal housing around it. And just above, there's a green mark for my cursor. And then to the right of the green mark, there's a little bitty white circle there. Okay.
Right here.
And if you, right there. And if you zoom in, I mean, he has replicated down to the logo. And by the way, you can look at the metal texture behind it and the depth on it, like the rusty metal box. That's the level of quality that he has put into the blender work. It's so good.
So you know what I miss
now
it though I think on the course that he did New York out of the he did another pitch and putt in New York. He had a drunk guy sitting on one of the,
like in Flushing Meadows or something.
Yes.
Yep. And so now I've turned the tee. The first tee is actually off to your left. All I did was essentially turn 90 degrees and then back a little bit. And you can see the burger cart off to the right. You got the pro shop. You got the bathrooms off to the left. You got the apartment houses behind it. Like this is in central Austin. It is a little bitty sliver of land with apartment complexes around it and this skyline in the distance. and the quality is so good. And then what I did is I zoomed in on the building on the left, that little ice versus ice, and you can see like those nylon chairs, those nylon woven chairs from the 70s, like my grandparents and my parents used to have. And off to the far left, he even got the dumpsters of the apartment complex back in the back there. Like there's no detail spared on this, except the B2B logo. I looked everywhere and I couldn't find it. So, but he spared no detail. He missed no detail. It's amazing the quality of work he put in here.
Yeah, it's some really cool stuff. And this sign here, and it didn't come through in the screen capture, but in the game, he even makes it look like it's those plastic like sign, like those letters that you can take in and out.
Yep.
And even shapes, like you can kind of see that they're that style sign.
Yep.
It's so cool.
It's so cool. And I love it. He's Willie 8, Rockaway 19. Love it. Low score, low round and hole in one and, swing easy, y'all. And then you can kind of see behind it, there's a train track and trains on. The train's not moving. The train is stationary. And every single car is a realistic car. And there's another, I don't have a close-up of the train, but you can see in the distance in another screenshot that I grabbed. So just really, really amazing work he did here.
Yeah, even like the metal like landscaping border that they had on there.
Yep. Enough said. I don't know if there's anything else to say.
50% of the time, it works all the time.
That's my favorite saying, by the way.
Great minds. Right?
Yep. And then yep.
Gungalula.
And then that's the number 5T, and then you see the train back behind there. Now there are other screenshots. I did not get everything because I wanted to leave. There's more poster boards or more boards. There's some more stuff around the course I did not get because I want to leave it in there for you guys. Go play this pitch and putt course. Every single hole has something to look at. There's T signs nailed into trees to let you know what hole signs. It's just really great.
Yeah. Well, thank you, Jay Rockaway. Awesome job.
One more. There's one more.
Oh, there's one more? Oh.
Yep.
Okay.
He captured the actual downtown Austin skyline. Like that is the skyline of Austin. So it is perfectly sized. Like the scale of it.
Well, that looks like the what's it? Is that the Blender plugin that does the you can do like the buildings?
The OMS plugin.
Yeah, because if you look, you can barely tell, but if you look, they look like they're melting just a little bit. But if you zoom in, you can better tell.
If you fly up to them, it looks like a nuclear wasteland over there. But
but from this distance, but here's what he also did to help out. He just added a little gradient fog to cover it up a little bit too.
Exactly. It's far enough away. Yeah, a little gradient fog. You're all good.
So that's awesome.
Yep. Great job, my friend. Really, really well done. Loved it.
Okay. So
that's it.
So that's it for the M Pals.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 M Pals?
7 M Pals. So a third of the courses got M Pals.
A third of the courses got M Pals.
And not that the other ones are bad, just wow.
Yeah.
Good job.
We just chose the best of the best of this batch. We chose the best of the best, in our opinion.
Now, usually right now is the time in the show where we go to post of the week. And I'll say right now, we do have post of the week. I didn't have any post of the week though. But
I do.
But yes, Mashie does. But I noticed something about this week that I wanted to bring in a little bit different. And let me start by saying, Mashie, do you know what ink blots are?
I know what ink blots are. Yeah,
right. So here's
Rorschach test. Yep, my favorite character. One of my favorite characters from Watchmen, Rorschach.
I'm glad you brought that up because that's immediately what I think about too. So here's an example of an ink blot, and so you're supposed to do like the first thing that comes to your mind, Mashie. What do you see here? What's the first thing that comes to your mind?
2 aliens. I don't know. I don't know.
I mean, for me, it was like some kind of weird cat. A cat with some arms coming out, whatever.
And by the way, for the record, I have no clue what he's doing. He has not told me any of it. I'm completely in the dark.
Yes. So here's another one. What do you see here?
I see a bat.
Okay. I see the gray wolf from.
You see gray wolf from Gray Wolf.
but so the point is, like, these are ink blots. Now, on the courses this week, did you know that there were ink blots everywhere?
I did not.
You didn't,
I did
right?
not know. I did not notice that.
So
no.
what we're going to do is we're going to go through the courses. I'm going to bring up, now these are more like sand blots though, because these are bunkers that ended
Do
up.
I have to guess which course they're from?
No, but we can actually, that can be one thing, but I'm going to bring up these bunkers and you're going to have to tell me what they are. Okay.
Are they from this week's courses?
They are all from this week's courses. Yes.
Okay. Got it.
So here we go. Here's the first one. Where do you think that is?
Jack-o'-lantern.
Very good. See, you are really, congratulations. You're doing it. Now this was from, I will have to say, Run Putt Run had a lot of these. Okay.
Okay.
So we are looking into the deep, demented mind of Run Putt Run. Yes. Now, actually, excuse me. I did these like Wednesday or Thursday a couple days ago. I can't remember all the ones but yes, jack-o'-lantern. So this is an easy one, right?
Like a rotting, melting jack-o'-lantern.
Yes.
Yep, perfect.
Yes.
Love
okay.
that.
So you and I, and again, Mashie has no idea what these are. So let's go to the next one. What's that?
Giraffe.
Very good. You are amazing. Here it is. I think this was another Run Putt Run. Yes, I think this is on Serenity Falls. So yeah, good job on the giraffe. You nailed it.
All right.
I should be bringing up. Hold on, we should bringing up our video here so people can see. There we go.
There we are.
There we go. I actually put these. All right, so let's go to the next one here. What's that?
A seahorse.
Oh, close. Now I can definitely see seahorse. I was thinking kangaroo.
Kangaroo. Okay.
Yeah,
all right.
kangaroo.
I was also thinking Loch Ness Monster.
Yeah, kangaroo. Okay. Yes. Yeah. Yes. I could see Loch Ness Monster too. Okay. What about here? What do you see?
I see antlers.
Now they get. I've been giving you the easy ones. Now they get hard.
Okay. I see antlers.
Okay. Well, this was on Run Putt Run's course, and I think this is on the double waterfall hole.
Yeah.
This is when you get down there, you hit next to it, you basically say, "Phew," because I made it down.
Because I made it down.
Yeah. So phew. Yeah. Phew. All right. Okay. Now.
Yeah. Okay. FUE. I got it. Okay.
This one didn't build out correctly. Dang it.
Sock puppet.
It was a sock puppet. Yes. Dang it! I didn't have my build out done.
I was gonna get that one. Sock puppet. It looked just like it.
Man, I hope the build outs work for the next one, because the next ones are where we start going off the rails a little bit.
Hope your build's are right.
Yes, I do too. Okay, so what's this?
Okay, the build's right.
Yes. What's this?
It's like Freddy Krueger slashes.
That's not bad. Now I actually came up with 3 different ones for this one.
Oh, okay. 3. Okay.
Now, first one is hamburger.
Hamburger. I was thinking hamburger.
Right.
Yep.
Right. Now, I'll give you a clue. Okay. It also looked like something else you can eat.
Hot dog.
Yay! Very good.
See, hot dog in a bun. Yeah.
Okay. And something else that you might eat.
We're afraid to know where you're going. Okay. I can go.
It's also an animal. We'll just move on. Okay.
I know exactly what this one is.
What do you think that is? And what's really odd is that look what it's next to.
You got it right next to it. It's all in.
Here it is. Okay.
That's exactly what I was thinking it was. Oh my god.
I should have started that section by saying, by the way, if Golf Boy is watching, he should stop and skip ahead.
We'll have Steve have to edit in a warning, like
Yes.
a warning.
Yes. Okay. Oh gosh.
Oh my
Okay.
God. Are there more?
I think that's the last one.
Okay.
Yes.
I don't know if I can take any more. Those are. Hey, by the way, put our video back up. Hold on.
Yeah.
Real quick.
Hold on. Yeah.
Very well done, my friend. That was great. That
Okay.
was very good. I like that. I'm not sure what's worse, that our minds are so in sync or that our minds are so in sync.
Yes. It's yes, exactly right. Okay.
Okay. I need a drink. Hold on.
Oh, I got one sip left, and then I'm done. Okay.
Okay. So, changing gears to something not quite as funny, the internet. The interwebs are like feast or famine. Maybe it was my attitude this week. Maybe I was in a better mood. I don't know, but like last couple weeks, I had trouble finding posts. This week, it was a deluge. It was like a waterfall. I have so many freaking posts.
Where was I at? I didn't see any of this.
I didn't even put them all. I actually have kept some in reserve. Strong Design Studios, you're in my back pocket for later on, and he knows exactly what we're talking about.
Oh boy.
Stinger Ire is in my back pocket for something he posted as well, so he doesn't even know. So I now have a plethora of stuff to play with. So anyway, let's jump in. There's no theme here. I did try to keep them somewhat together, but not really a theme for the post. They're just some really, I thought, pretty good and some funny and some ridiculous posts. All right, ready?
Just make sure you instruct me where I should put our video.
Yeah, I didn't build the slide very well, so you'll just have to, after the one on the left goes, just move us on top of that one.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Sounds good.
We'll have to do the move. We'll have to move left and right as we go.
All right.
Hey, just wanted to post an update. Any golfers around California? There's only 35 million people who live in California or whatever.
And then just a random picture of his clubs?
Just an update. Any golfers in California? Just curious. Any golfers? Has California heard of golf?
But then the clubs too. It's like, okay.
I know. It's like, just want to post an update. California.
Okay. Gosh. That's
what
good.
is he thinking? I almost didn't want to block his name out just because, but like, what is he thinking?
Probably the funny thing is he probably doesn't even live in California. He's probably visiting.
Probably not. He's probably like visiting on a business trip.
Oh man, video.
Oh, where's our video? Where's our video? Okay, you can move us
okay.
on top of that post. So there are others going to be on the right hand side, I think.
Okay, that's a good one. Yeah, that's a good one. Okay, which can't be the best of these two, as both are around the same cost?
There's not a camera on this post.
Oh.
I think you should put up the 671 ST for the face on, and then I would do the 685 for the down the line, and set them up opposite each other.
All I know, Mashie, is I have the BenQ T8 685P, and the flash is really bright.
It's really bright. I mean, there's nothing worse than you trying to swing and that my camera just keeps shining at 5,000 lumens in my eyes.
Oh man, that's good. That's good. That's really good. Okay.
I think I have one more on this slide.
On this one more on the slide. Okay. Oh,
Yeah.
Okay. I'll tie here. How do I buy GS Pro?
How do I buy GS Pro to play all the courses for $250 a year?
Probably the same way you buy GS Pro for playing no courses.
Hello, welcome to the internet. Have you never bought anything online ever in your life? How do I buy GS Pro?
Go to the website, right?
I don't understand. All right, there's more. Keep going. I
On
got
this
3
page?
pages of these. Oh, no, that's on this page.
Okay. Should I move over here?
And move us back. Yeah, this side. Oh, I gotta go this way. Opposite what this score looks like.
Hi guys, new to the group. Starting out research. I want a top high quality sim for both right and left handlers. What are the top 3 brands to begin researching? Is software a big factor other than sim?
You're starting your research by posting in a Facebook group for people to give you their info. Research usually is I'm going to the internet and I'm going to start with a search engine and I'm going to type in, hey, launch monitor for left and right. You're so lazy. Your researching is I'm going to a Facebook group.
I think I saw this one and somebody said like Skytrack. Like, did you read the post?
Did you read the? I mean, but like you get what you ask for. Like if you're going to start your research in here, then you get what you like. Come on, like start your research, like do some research and come with some questions. Hey, I've narrowed it down to these 2 monitors. Which one have you had the best experience with? You know. It's over.
Is there a shortcut, Juice Pro? I can help my son get his drives up. He goes real good, and he just can't hit the ball very good. He goes real good, and he just can't. What's going on? What? So confused.
Is there a shortcut in GS Pro that I can help my son get his drives out further in the fairway? So first off, no. There's not like your son button that you hit. He hits the ball 30 yards and it goes 320. The button doesn't exist. Okay.
It's Control Shift S.
It's called delete.
It's called mulligan.
But I get wanting your kid to have a really good experience. I get it, no problem. Maybe use the practice mode and drop the ball at 50 yards and start there. I don't know, but like.
I'm interested in these last 2 sentences.
He
goes real good and he just can't hit the ball very good. He goes real good. It sounds like the lyrics of a song.
It does. It sounds like a really bad like pop song. Like I can hear some like drum machine in the background. He goes real good,
but he can't hit the ball very good.
Stewart Creek is awful. Besides the bad design, irons go 1 1/2 clubs longer due to altitude, but the driver goes the same length. This is just, I'm like, what the heck?
Oh my gosh.
First off, why are you blaming the course? Because you...
Yeah.
And then if your irons are going 1 1/2 clubs longer, your driver's going to as well. I don't care what your quad set. Like I have a quad. Never mind. Whatever. Anyway, I use my Unicore, and there's something about foresight boosting. I've read about foresight boosting driver and quad. So maybe
you have low spin, they send it out further.
Yeah. So maybe that's playing into this a little bit. I don't know, but like I just thought blaming the course was a pretty silly thing to do for having some weird iron readings.
Yeah, I definitely feel like as more and more GS Pro gets more and more popular, the community aspect of it has really diminished. But, okay.
I have a whole nother page.
Oh man, I keep on. Sorry, people. This is technically not a good show.
Yeah. Now this page, if I remember correctly, these all go together in order. So we're going to start with the first one and work our way through.
Okay. Like they're all related to each other?
That may be page 4. Hold on. I'm not sure yet. So that's not it. Okay, I'm not going to lie. I hate these questions. Everyone says get a desktop with a 4070 Ti. But will this run a good 4K picture? I'm going to ignore everything everybody says.
And I hate these questions, but I'm going to do it anyway.
I'm going to do it anyway. I don't understand. Like, hey, I'm going to preface it. It's going to be okay. I'm going to preface it by saying I hate these questions. So I'm going to post it anyway, but I prefaced it, so it's okay. I can post it. And I know everybody says don't do this, but I'm going to do it anyway. So what do you think?
Oh, boy. Oh, the internet. Okay.
The internet. Okay, Scott, move this one over to the left.
Oh, it did again. For some reason,
you did it again.
for some reason, if I click on the Discord, it disappears.
I love this. This cracked me up.
Can I get a deal on this? Will it run for it? Oh, that's the Apple 2.
That's Apple. Was it Apple 2? Apple 2C?
Oh, gosh.
I thought that was great, but some of the comments, like,
that had the dual floppies in it though.
it did have dual with those 5.5-inch floppies, 5.25-inch floppies
With the monochrome screen.
with the
Yeah.
Oh.
And the keyboard that goes clackety clack clack.
If you hit the next one,
Right.
some of the comments in there were great. I left their names because they were really good. I love the second one.
My missus loves a 3.5-inch floppy. Yeah, take her down and Beaver bend her over.
All right, one more page.
Okay. Move back over.
Move back over.
It's gonna disappear again. Yep.
Oh.
This is what happens when you don't have Steve around.
I know. All right, now this one's gonna all go together. First one. I vote to change the name of this group to
Yes.
Will This Computer Run 4K?
or where's my license? Or
I love the comments saying, where's my license? Yeah.
those are way better
Man.
than should I fake my orgasm? Group name suggestion. Use the
Follow up by
use the search trigger party. Yes.
And then the next one, you can leave us
those
there
are
for the
all
next
good.
one.
Those are all really good. Yeah. Like use the search
Grown
trigger.
men, then of course somebody gets mad. My vote goes to grown men losing their shit because a question is asked even though they could just scroll by.
Yeah. Right.
And I love the response. Your computer won't run 4K. Show me on the golfer doll where the people asking questions hurt you. I love the one down there. I love the I vote for what's TBC Scottsdale called, or does anyone know the top golf driving range? And then scroll over, move us over.
All right, this is gonna disappear. Oh, that's right. Oh, there it goes. Gone.
Guys ask the same question.
Without searching first, own dildos. Search own.
But what's wrong with them asking for a friend?
Nice job there, Kevin.
Kevin's my hero. He wins the internet for the day.
Lots of good comments. Lots of good comments.
Those are what I had. I thought those were pretty good. I have a couple more that I'm saving.
Totally missed that post somehow in my
That was good. I was literally laughing out loud. Like seriously, like some of the responses I was tearing up. They were pretty good. We need more of that in those groups.
Yes. Yeah, for sure. Absolutely. All right. We made it.
We made it.
We got the show in.
They didn't kick you out of the bar yet.
No, but it might have to be a quick edit if we're getting this out on Sunday. We'll see if this gets out Sunday morning or not. I'm usually up early in the morning. Steve's up early in the morning. The family is not, and I'll be at the hotel doing nothing. So we'll see.
Fingers crossed, Steve can pull it off for us. So
yes.
Thank you, my friend. Thanks for doing this remote. Appreciate it. Love you. Love you guys.
Take it easy, everybody. See you later.
Have a great night.
Yep. Bye-bye.
Bye.